Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to Tarot Noir, and I'm your intuitive tarot reader, TAB. You already know what time it is. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we drop the next video. How is everyone doing? I hope your manifestation's well. I hope you're in good health. I hope everything is manifesting in your life the way it should be. And any lessons learned, I hope you learn the lessons and move on with your life, okay? In a positive direction. Hey, you guys. All right. So today's reading is on Chrisean Rock versus Zeus Network. If you are my day one subscribers, you can look back when we started this channel. We did readings on Chrisean Rock, okay, to a certain extent. Then we took a break from it. We took a break from all of it. So apparently Chrisean Rock is having some issues with the Zeus network. Okay, so we're going to get into that, and we're going to do a reading, Chrisean Rock versus Zeus network, what's really going on. A lot of stuff on those in my Chrisean Rock readings, if you go back, I think about a year ago, you could see there's a video trail on how we read Chrisean Rock and a lot of things that did transpire and what we predicted. A lot of things has came to pass. It's so many things. But if you're interested and you a Zeus Network fan and you love Chrisean Rock, you can go back and look at the old readings and you can actually pinpoint the time and date I did the reading and what actually happened. And we were pretty much on track for what was going to happen with Chrisean, okay? Because she's back on the baddies. All right. So, but let me light my incense here. And before we get into the Chrisean Rock reading, I want to say, you guys, if you was from the South and you love Cash Money or No Limit Records, they had a verses this weekend. And baby, let me tell you, every song was a hit for me. Mia X did her damn thing. I feel like she is an underrated rapper that did not get the public recognition that she deserved, but it was great to see her on verses because I feel like she solidified her spot there. Okay, Mia X stole the show. Okay, this is just a little topic I just wanted to say. I grew up in the No Limit area and the Cash Money era, and I love both of the record labels. I think they do great in music, and Lil Wayne didn't show up. And the people said that no limit won. And I agree. I have to agree. They had their shit together. They came out. They wasn't on no bullshit. Mia took the stage. She got him. And then they introduced Snoop Dogg. He was on there. Turk and Lil Wayne did not show up for Cash Money. And then there's some speculations on what happened at the end when Birdman this is Turk. But if you guys are interested, I might do a separate video and a reading on what's going on with the Cash Money situation. Okay, I might do it. I'm thinking about it. But today, right now, this video is going to be about Chrisean Rock versus the Zeus Network. Okay, so let's go ahead but shout out to No Limit. Let's go ahead and cleanse the energy. And this is Palo Santo that I am lighting. I would like to thank my past on loved ones, my spiritual guides, my spiritual warriors for protecting me and keeping me safe, keeping my viewers safe. Thank you for banning negative energies and negative monitoring spirits from this space. Protect my viewers. Okay. Thank you for all the lessons and the, trials and tribulations of my life, because it allows me to learn my lesson and move on with my life. Thank you for my prosperity, abundance. I'm so grateful for y'all energy, and I'm grateful for my subscribers and viewers as well. We are one. All right. So let's get into Chrisean Rock versus Zeus Network. Now, just a quick little backstory. We're going to bring out the Sci-Fi Tarot deck. Chrisean is on the newest season of Baddies, and she went live. She took to her Instagram and apparently she wanted to leave and get on the plane and leave. She claimed and alleged that, Zeus Network had her ID. They held their ID, that they don't eat really good, or they have to wait all day. They treat them very badly. She says that Zeus Network Lemmy Plummer is demonic. She wanted to be on her Christian mode, and she kept saying and alleging that Zeus Network was pushing her to do these fight scenes, which she is epically known for. Okay, that is what Chrisean Rock is known for. She's known for Blueface, and she's known for fighting. It is what it is. Okay, I guess there was a scene where her and Taseki fought or whatever, or they were trying to fight, and she said, I didn't want to fight my sister, but they pushed me to it. So let's get some clarity on the situation. This is the Sci-Fi Tarot deck on what's the energy around Chrisean, like how is she feeling about the situation at hand as of this moment. A lot of people claim that Zeus Network is not what it is all cracked up to be. Okay, let's see. The moon. What lurks below the surface? This is the energy here. King of Wands. Okay. Okay, yeah, the moon. The moon can signify hidden feelings or hidden information, something that's hidden, because we people normally associate the moon with darkness because it's a night. It's a night planet that we see on Earth, and we see the moon up there. So my thing is, there is some things that either some secrets or some lies. The moon could be lies or something that's hidden about the situation. Okay, there is some sort of alternative plan with this. Okay, let me bring the card up so you guys can see it. The moon with the rocket ship, and then you have this lobster holding on to the rocket ship. It's so weird because I look at this card and I'm thinking like Chrisean is on that rocket ship trying to go up, trying to move on, and then we have this red lobster that's holding the base of the rocket ship down, wrapping its coils or its antennas around the rocket ship. And I'm feeling like this is the situation and the reflection of the relationship between Zeus Network and Chrisean Rock. It's almost like they're trying to hold on to her. They don't want her to go. Okay, we have the King of Wands here. Okay, Chrisean Rock has called out Lemmy Plummer, the executive owner of Zeus Network. Okay, his color is red, fiery king, and you see how he's looking and he's holding that wand. He don't want to let Chrisean go. He does not want to let Chrisean go. But with the moon being here in the first position, I just feel like he's afraid that if Chrisean moves forward, that she may expose everything about Zeus Network. Okay, so he's watching her, watching how she's moving, and he has responded. I believe on a IG post that, Chrisean is just doing what she do. We've documented her. You know how Chrisean is. It's the same old Chrisean. That's what they're portraying. That's what Lemmy is portraying the situation. Oh, it's the same old Chrisean. You know how she gets everybody. Ha ha ha. You know what I'm saying? So it almost feels like Lemmy has this pull over Chrisean because they documented so much of her life, and it's out there for the people to see, how she can be. But I strongly feel that there's something different this time. Okay, it's something different this time. Blueface is not in the picture. Okay, not in the picture. A change, the moon changing lunar phases, that also could be reflection of that, of her not wanting to be in that energy anymore. Okay, and with the King of Wands energy, I also feel like Lemmy is just out of line right now. He is just this fiery king So much has happened with Lemmy. I don't think him and Janisha are together. He's with Scotty now. She's one of the baddies. And then, it's just, he's that uncontrollable king right now. Okay. Uncontrollable king that's living a very free life right now. But he don't want to let Chrisean go. 9 of Pentacles. Luxury at the end of the world and oasis riches to sustain herself. Okay. Chrisean wants to move on with her own deal. There has been a transformation with Chrisean when it comes down to how she views herself in the public eye. Okay. People, we're not getting into how she take care of Junior. We're not getting into who she's having beef with. We're talking about Chrisean, the person. I feel like she does not really like the perception that's put out of her, that's put out there, that she's a fighter, she's rash, she's stubborn, she doesn't want to listen, she's just creating problems. She feels like she wants to break out of that mold. And the 9 of Pentacles is all about independence and making her own money and doing her own things. Like you see the lady up here with her hands open. Okay. And then the Pentacles up here. She has internal power, which has grown within her. Okay. And now that she's a mother, she's looking at things different. Okay. And I'm not saying Chrisean is perfect. What I'm saying is there's an enlightenment and a transformation going on. Okay. All right. From Baddie South, when she said, hey, you disrespect me, I'm coming with it. You can meet me outside. And now we're getting to Chrisean is, hey, now the new Chrisean is like, hey, I want to do a Christian show. I want to play Christian music. And I had to fight DJ Sky, which is a friend of hers, because she wanted to listen to Christian music. Okay. To me, that really bothers me, because you can tell that she wants to change. You could tell she wants to change the image. Okay. And motherhood does that to you, make you want to change and to do better. And Zeus Network, they didn't pay for the change Chrisean. They paid for the ratchet Chrisean. They paid for the fighter Chrisean. They paid for the erratic behavior Chrisean. That's what makes their money. Okay. So they don't want to hear that she's singing gospel, or want to play gospel music, and she's revealing, hey, I don't want to fight my sister, but they're pushing us to do this. She wants to break out of that mold, and I feel like she will be successful at it. Okay. And she will be able to sustain her wealth, sustain her bag. She can get a bag anywhere else. She knows everything about Zeus Network. Okay. She can have a transformative, we can get a new Chrisean. Anybody can transform their life. But that's not what Lemmy wants. Lemmy wants the Chrisean that acts crazy and fight, because that's what makes his money. That's what his platform is built on. That's what it's built on. Okay. I see a enlightenment and a transformation with Chrisean. Let's keep going here. Let's keep going. What else can you tell me about this situation between Chrisean and the Zeus Network? And you know what? She's not the only one that has went on that show preaching about God. You had Vicky. You had the other young lady on Jocelyn's Cabaret. And it seems like when these ladies come on there, you may think it's an act. When these ladies come up here and they start talking about, spirituality and stuff like that, Zeus Network, it seems like they kind of sacrifice them and sacrifice their character, and people just be jumping on them. It's almost like a sacrificial situation. They did it to Vicky. When she came on the Baddies and she was talking all that, her and the other girl, they got into a fight, and then they kind of bullied her out the house. They did it on Jocelyn's Cabaret. And here we go with Chrisean trying to make that transformation for the better for her, and that outlook, and that mold breaking ceremony, that mold breaking. The old Chrisean is no longer here. We got a new Chrisean that's on a different level. They don't want her to do that, so now it's making her look like the enemy. I've noticed that this is the third time they've done that to their talent. It's almost like they sacrifice them, bully them, and then, bully them to the point where they go home. It just seemed like a sacrifice. But let's keep going. Ten of Cups. All right. What else can you tell us? Knight of Swords. We got two. We got Nine of Wands. Oh, okay. And then we got the Two of Pentacles. I'm going to take one more card on this Knight of Swords. I'm seeing something here. I'm definitely feeling something here. Fast action thinking. Page of Swords. Watching. Who's watching? Okay. All right. This is what I'm picking up. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. This says family, home, and happiness away in the future. The Ten of Cups to Chrisean is to have her baby, be with Blueface, or be with someone that she loves. She did bring up Blueface, so you already know that bond is not broken. Like, they still deal with each other, making their money, living in their bubble, living their life. But here's the issue. I'm going to jump over to this card. Okay. This is the Nine of Wands, the barrier between us. She's wearing blue. Who do you think that is behind bars? Blueface. Okay. Blueface, fast thinking, the Knight of Swords. Okay. Taking action, watching what's going on with that's happening with Chrisean, the Page of Swords, watching. Okay. He's going to try to manipulate Chrisean, thinking that, hey, if you just do the show, we could get back together. This is the Four of Wands. But this is all about having the Ten of Cups, which is a luxury life. Okay. So Blueface is behind the scenes watching the situation. Okay. And I really feel like either him and Lemmy has had a conversation, and they're trying to keep Chrisean on the Zeus network. But Lemmy is working through Blueface. Blueface is going to promise her, we could be together, just do the show. We could take the money. We could just do the show. He's sitting up here watching behind bars, and she's looking. Then it forces her to make a decision, being trapped between two realities. Can she keep her balance? Can she still be her new transformative self and still maintain this bag? She's going to be forced with a decision to make in the future. Okay. Blueface is very much well aware. Lemmy is talking to Blueface, trying to get her, trying to keep her on that network. Lemmy does not want to lose Chrisean Rock. He don't give a damn what Natalie has to say. He doesn't give a damn what anybody think about it. He knows that the reason why his platform is booming the way it is because of Chrisean Rock. Okay, so I strongly feel that Lemmy and Blueface are having communication. What can you do to persuade Chrisean Rock to stay with this network? We make too much money off of her. Okay, because if Chrisean leaves, her fan leaves. Okay, subscriptions leave. Lemmy does not want to let that go. I honestly feel like Lemmy feels like Chrisean is more valuable than Natalie. I really feel that way. And he's going to work through with Blueface to persuade her to stay. And she's going to it's going to force her to go into decision making mode. Either should I stay or should I go? You see the lady wearing blue again, staying or letting go. Should I move on from the Zeus network or should I stay? Because all I want is my family, my happy family in my bubble, my money, my child, and the man I love. That's the Ten of Cups. That's absolute happiness. Lemmy knows what he's doing. So he's playing a mastermind manipulation game with Chrisean, working through Blueface. Very dirty man. Lemmy, you dirty. You dirty. You will rather this girl ruin her reputation to keep the stability of your network. Ridiculous. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's see what we don't know. What's in the shadows? What's in the shadows that we don't know about the Zeus network? Ace of Cups. That's the love card. They think Lemmy thinks that he could get to Chrisean through Blueface by him making this. Is this offer legit? Is it real or legit? Like, that's the next question. Is this offer from Blueface, will it be for real or will it be for money? Emperor. Using the fact that he's the father of her kid. These are the excuses. This is the excuses that Blueface is going to come with to Chrisean. Queen of Wands. The passion that's a passion card. That's the Queen of Passion here. We all know how she feel about Blueface. We know that. Moving away. Competition. Holding back. Yeah, this is a whole setup. Yeah, she's better off walking away from the Zeus network. If she stays, it's not going to be good. Okay? It is in her best interest to move away from the situation. We got the Six of Arms. That's the Six of Swords. She's better off doing that. They're going to try to get her to stay through Blueface. Lemmy may even offer Blueface a bigger check just to keep Chrisean with that network. I feel like Lemmy feels like he owns Chrisean, just like he feels like he owns the rest of his crew. A lot of people, Rolly's not even on Zeus network anymore. She's better off taking the Six of Swords, moving on with her life, because if she stays, it's going to be more fighting. Five of Wands, competition. Everybody got their swords, so they're going to come for Chrisean Rock if she stays on the show. And this is part of the manipulation plan. Seven of Arms, holding five, leaving two behind on the ground. Okay, this is a manipulation tactic that Lemmy is going to be using Blueface to make him stay. Blueface is going to be talking about, oh, I'm the father of your kid. I still love you. You're still the queen of my heart. We can have this perfect reality. You know, if I was there, I would protect you, Chrisean. You're the mother of my child. This is the bullshit that Blueface is going to be serving her. Because if she stays, they're going to set it up. Everybody's going to be fighting her if she stays on the show. And this is part of the plan. Lemmy, you are one dirty CEO. You're very dirty. You don't respect your fucking cast members. Lemmy has really, really transformed in front of our eyes. Like, the transformation is so crazy. It's like when you watch one of those old movies where the nerd becomes the big boss man, the big billionaire, and he forgets that he used to be a nerd. You know what I'm saying? And then he gets this big ego about him. Yes, he makes all that money. Yes, he can spend checks and stuff like that. But one thing I can affirm you is that he does not want Chrisean Rock to leave the Zeus network, and he will use Blueface to make sure that she stays. Chrisean, okay, let's see if this is gonna work. Is this manipulation plan gonna work with Chrisean? This is just dirty. This is just dirty. Them girls go on that Zeus network and they sign their whole damn life away. They sign their reputation away. No other networks want to work with them because they see how vile they could be. You know, you can't leave a Zeus network and go work for fucking Disney. You can't leave a Zeus network and go work for like a major movie situation, because the movie industry in Hollywood, they like to have people put together a certain type of way. They need someone that has the lesser of the drama. Okay, it's all out there. You know, it ruins these girls' lives and they don't care because he's swinging a bag in front of them. Okay, so is the manipulation tactic of Lemmy Plummer and Blueface, is that going to stop Chrisean? What's going to happen with that? Is their plan going to work? We got message sideways. Okay, that's 8 of wires, 8 of wands, 7 of Zen, waiting on another. Okay, wait a minute. Watching. One more card. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. I'm feeling like the communication, either she's going to stop talking to Blueface because this came out sideways. 8 of wands is all about getting messages out and getting them out quickly. They may have a few conversations, her and Blueface, but she's going to tune him out. She's working on some other opportunities. You know, you better believe right after that damn IG that she went on, you better believe her phone was ringing off the hook. Okay? People want to work with Chrisean. People do want to work with Chrisean. Okay? That's just how big her, that's just the name. They want to work with her. And I feel like she has a lot of opportunities there. Okay? But in the process, Page of Arms, somebody is watching. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Let me get one more card on this apprentice. Queen of Cups. There's a very powerful, I'm gonna say very powerful network producer that's watching this, that does not like how Chrisean is being treated. They see an opportunity. I wouldn't be surprised if this is Mona Scott. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Mona Scott or someone of that caliber that is watching the cup stir and they want Chrisean Rock on their network. Okay. And this was out first. This is watching. Page of Arms, Page of Swords is watching. And when I ask, who is this or what is this? This is someone like a Mona Scott watching. Okay, watching. And then that's when her Wheel of Fortune is going to come in. Chrisean is going to get another serious offer from a major network. And they're watching to see how this plays out. I wouldn't be surprised if they did a documentary or a transformative piece, like, you know, from baddie to Jesus or something, from baddie to godly or something like that. That's what I'm pulling, something with her spiritual access and the things that she want to show the world with her child, like almost like from bad to good type of docu-series. And they want Chrisean. They want her badly. They feel like she is a star on her own. Okay, this could be a great opportunity for Chrisean. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Okay, also with the man with the Wheel of Fortune on the back of the shirt, there's nobody else in this picture. She might end up getting her whole show by herself with another network. Okay, they are watching her. They see her as a key player. Okay, Lemmy thinks he got the pull because, you know, she came up in Zeus Network, but also he's real close to Blueface. But I don't see Chrisean really listening. She may even block him from even talking, but that's the ultimate plan that, you know, Lemmy is going to work with Blueface to try to persuade her, tell her whatever you need to tell her, act like you're getting back with her, act like you want a family, act like you're going to change. And it's not going to work. She's going to take this offer from the other network. Okay. So let's see, 28 minutes. We're still at 28 minutes. So we're going to pull a couple more cards because I want to know, what I want to know is, if Chrisean left Zeus, what will be the future of Zeus Network? What will be the future of Zeus Network if Chrisean really leaves that network, goes with another network? What's going to happen to the Zeus Network? Death is over. Lemmy knows it's over. It's over if Chrisean leaves Zeus Network. He's going to do everything he fucking can to keep that girl there. He don't give a damn about her spiritual sense. He don't give a damn about her growth. He would prefer her to be all over Blueface again and be wowed by the money and the chains and stuff. I ask, what will happen to the Zeus network if Chrisean left death to it? It's over with. This executive producer sees an opportunity for a docuseries, also an expose piece on the Zeus network. It will bring this person pleasure to bring this King of Wands down. I feel like this is an executive that doesn't like Lemmy's games, uh, doesn't like his network, in competition for his network. Chrisean leaves, it's over for Zeus network. It's over. It's over. And the crazy thing about it is that I at first I was watching Zeus Network. Okay. I watched Batty South, and I just felt like it was raw then, because they were fighting to keep the show on the Zeus Network. Okay. And it was the rugged days when everybody didn't have enough money, and it was raw, it was real. And now it has gotten to a place where it's repetitive. It's boring. There's no growth. It's the same thing over and over. And they just get faker and faker and faker. And the fights are fake. Everything is repetitive. It's so repetitive. Like, I tried to watch the new episode, and I couldn't even stand 5 minutes. It wasn't raw. It wasn't real. They have packaged this show in a certain direction to where you just know it's imitation. You know it's fake. It ain't no rawness to it. There's no rawness to it. There's no realness to it. It's too animated, too controlled, it's just too fake. It's way too fake now. But when Batty South aired, that show was trying to grip and trying to keep on for another contract. And we really saw some raw talent in the show. That's just my opinion. Y'all can drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think about where Zeus is at now, where Zeus came from. Okay? Because when he did Batty South, Lemmy was the nerd. He still somewhat had respect for the girls, but now it's a whole different thing. But let's get back to the reading. Death to the Zeus Network. It's over. It's over. You don't think an executive producer won't pay Chrisean to know all of Lemmy's secrets and air him out and have the biggest expose other than the R. Kelly situation? Surviving R. Kelly will have a surviving Lemmy with Chrisean Rock being the main person talking. If that check is right, which it looks like it is with this Wheel of Fortune, we may get an expose. She's worth a lot of money. Okay? So this right here, this is a new deck that I'm premiering, and it is called the Life Happens Oracle deck. Okay, so as we conclude this reading for Chrisean Rock versus Zeus Network, let's see what the outcome for Chrisean Rock is in the Life Happens Oracle deck. Let's see what that ending result will be. What's the advice here for Chrisean Rock in the situation? How is this going to play out? What is going to be the situation? I'm just going to take this. Glow up. She's going to glow up. Glow up. Glow up. Two-faced energy. Say less. Humility. That's what she wants to bring to the screen. She wants to show that she's a rising phoenix. Her thought process is different now. Counseling. Okay? Counseling. These are some wonderful cards for Chrisean Rock. She's going to go through a glow up method. She's going to realize that Blueface is just only going to talk to her just so they can get the check. She's going to understand that Blueface is not going to take her side the way she thinks he's going to take her side. Very two-faced. Okay? Say less. I think someone is advising Chrisean, either her spiritual pastor, the one that she talked about on IG, telling her, don't go off. Don't say too much. Okay? Watch what you're saying. Somebody is advising her and counseling her to show her humility, because this situation can get ugly because she's still stuck in contracts with Zeus Network. Okay? I think she has the ability to leave, but they own so much on her contract. There's so much details in those contracts. So I think that the legal counsel or whomever she's getting her advice is telling her, say less, let's go to counseling, okay? And later when you're fixed and done, and you're done, when you're ready to be done with Zeus Network, then we can work on your next project with another TV network, okay? And this is the side that she wants to show. She wants to show that I can rise above all of this Zeus Network stuff. I could rise above, I could be that phoenix. And the cries that we saw on Instagram is the fact that they want to contain her and control her. Okay? And that's a problem. She is ready to fly the nest. It is time for Chrisean Rock to leave the Zeus Network. It's a time for a bunch of those ladies to move on from the baddies. It is. It really is. It's so repetitive. It's like, what's the point? You're going to predict the next show. You don't even need to watch it. It's so predictable. I think Zeus Network had its moment, and it's time to close the book on it. Yeah, there's women that want that bag. I'll do anything for that bag. But them too, once they put their name on the dotted line, work for Zeus Network for a couple of years, and then realize it's hard to get better opportunities on some real networks, like some real heavy duty. I'm not saying it's not a real heavy duty, but like Universal Pictures or something like that. When these girls go to expand their careers, it's hard for them to be taken seriously when they're tied with the Zeus Network. Okay? I wish all of these ladies, to find their inner strength and move on past this repetitive plan acting of baddies. Like, it's old now. It really is. It really is. But I think that things are going to go good for Chrisean Rock. I believe she's going to make the right decision, and we will see Chrisean Rock. If she leaves Zeus Network, which that choice is still on her table, she may change her mind and listen to Blueface. But at this moment, this time, she's not taking no messages from him. Or she already had a conversation and she didn't like what the hell he had to say. She kind of knew, like, you're just only telling me because Lemmy told you to tell me. It's that type of game. And I believe that Chrisean is strong enough to walk away from the bullshit and get a deal about her transformation, about her rising from the ashes. It will be a beautiful look for Chrisean. Nobody wants Chrisean to be, I know I don't want to come on here criticizing Chrisean, because you can't criticize no one because nobody's perfect. But what I can say is change is very possible with anybody. And if she wants to shed the Zeus Network, who is Lemmy to tell her that she can't? Who is Lemmy to tell her that she can't? That she can't be better? Because he wants her to remain in that low vibrational energy so he can continue to make money off of her. She is the bag. Before there was a Taseki, there was a Chrisean. She was the bag. And she still is the bag. But like they always say, where's this queen at? Someone's trash is someone else's treasure. Okay? It is what it is. That concludes the Chrisean versus Zemi. I said Zemi. Lemmy Plummer, Zeus Network CEO. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think about this situation. Is it time for baddies to just hang it up? Like, it's old already. It's old already, in my opinion. Let me know if you tired of seeing the Zeus Network paying the $5.99, whatever. They make their money, but I mean, give us some different kind of content. Every fight don't have to be so predictable. Everything is too predictable. That you want a show that's not so predictable. And I just feel like I just feel their whole mechanic, their whole setup, Zeus is really I feel like this is gonna be the end. Like this, if Chrisean leaves, that's it. It's over with. Okay? So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Thank you guys for tuning. And my new subscribers, I've been seeing y'all joining the channel, liking the comment, liking the content, commenting on the videos. I thank everyone who has been viewing my videos. The new subscribers, welcome. We talk a little bit about everything on this channel. Don't forget to chime in Stay blessed. Make sure you got your spiritual protection up and take care.